Hey everybody, it's 19 until 2, 141 in some seconds. And looks like we're rolling over to the downside. Got a little range extension to the downside. Wanted to review this morning's trade. We rotated up until just about the last half hour or so. So why don't we just go back through it on the minute chart? We are in yesterday's range, right around the VPOC, POC. So if you're in a trade, hey, watch out unless you got something to hold on until you're expecting lower. Could get a little chopped up in here. I actually had just come back to the desk, and so I'm not exactly sure how much it's been chopping around here or how long, because we've been open for 12 minutes and in this period. Excuse me. Okay, so let's get to it. And minute review. We're going to do it on 30 seconds since we're only at this minute. There we go. Turns out I found out what my problem is with this particular computer, and I still got to do a little testing on it, but I'll have my office going soon. Get my other one back. When I mean this computer, I mean there's more computers, but this is just a desktop. I've got this desktop, and okay. So again, if you have any doubts, let me make this bigger because this is in threes. Okay. That I cherry picked these, not cherry picked, that's not the word I'm looking for, that I manipulated these levels. Go back and look at the earlier video. This has been in here since I drew fresh this morning. Fresh baked, okay? Fresh baked. Now to give you an idea, hopefully this will stick. It didn't earlier. Yeah, looks like it's gonna stick. Move like that. Say, and again, you put your stop where you want. I just put it there just because of the black space, and I don't want to push on a drawing here. Let's see. That's a 35 tick move on a one lot, one contract. And then, that's a similar one. So let's just keep going forward here. Okay, this is the rotation. This was the early morning low in A period right here. Okay. Right about the VPOC. Let me, it might be helpful to do this. I should put this a little closer to the profile chart. Like that. Right here. Right here. Okay. All right. Let's go over here. B high right up here. Okay. Remember, this is blue when we're above it. Let's see where I went. E period, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Oh, this is red above it. Sorry. I'm sorry. I wish this was automated. Can't do it at the moment. I've tested a couple different ways. It should work, but it's not working. So either I'm doing something wrong or it's you can't get there from here. Right, do you think if you had those areas to, again, as I said the other day, if you hear your music as you're getting near the dance floor, maybe you want to dance right there. Okay. An analogy didn't sound as good today, but anyway, you get the idea. This is gonna be red now. So I think this is where we're at now. Yeah. Whoops. Okay, this is where we are now. Okay. So there you go, son. Okay, here's tell you what, I like this one, but I was away for lunch, so I want to get in the groove. I like it for that. What would I do? I'd wait till it gets above there and maybe trades back down whenever it does on that. I mean, that's an idea. That's just an idea. That's what I might think to do. Actually, I'd more rather have been in here, but I wasn't because we moved down on there's a 30-second bar chart. So I'd already been doing this video when this started, and I'd rather have been in here and risk the head. Yeah, makes sense. I draw this pattern a lot, not because it appears all the time, but it has, the recent week or so, and I like it. You know, I call that my first freebie. No, you can't call it that. Call it my first just a technique that you might want to think about on these areas, right? And once again, I'm going to ask. I'm trying to do market research here of who would be interested in these. You know, what kind of interest would it be to have levels that are this good? And I don't mean that immodestly. I've worked hard to learn how to do this, and also, you know, there's a fair bit of um, experience and intuition that's a bit more. It's not like a hard and fast set of rules. You see what I mean? There's a bit of artwork to it. There's a bit of artistry. And if you don't believe that, and you want everything to be, you know, okay, if I meet criteria 1, 2, 3, and 4, and indicator X says, you know, it's over 80 or whatever, and then you take a trade, that'll work for you somewhat, but it's not the same as this. Okay, so that's all I got on this. Let me go back to the profile. Maybe I can give you another nice little juicy one. So we are one time framing lower right now since F period, and you know, arguably, I mean, there's not everything's black and white, even though the way it usually is taught it is. And right now, let me look at the 1 minute again. Okay, I'm not expecting this to necessarily jump up to this line. Why? Because I'm looking at this is the initial balance. Now, as I've said many times, it's also a VPOC, and get a little chop in here. So 31 is the overnight low. This little area, and a lot of times there's a little permeation, may get up to this little high. It maybe pop to the value area high, but if there's going to be lower continuation and it's not going to rotate up, and this, you know, this pattern isn't going to work, and I don't know that it will, at least for a scalp, there's probably a short right here or right up here. Okay. I'll watch it for a second with you. Excuse me. Now, there's also another little thing going on. I haven't reviewed this kind of a pattern technique in a while, but and it may not be valid now, so I better, yeah, I'll just leave that alone. It may not be valid now, but right here, you know, again, when you're if you want to go short and you're at one of these edges more aggressive, this is less aggressive, and this is actually a little healthier, because we know most times breakouts fail, right? Think about it. Think about this. So if it was to break through here, and it could, because that was a pretty fast drop right here, but we already covered that part of the move now. If we were to break out right here,